Just in, Central Bank of Nigeria is about to introduce a new Naira policy by November 2023 that would make $1 exchange to 1.25 Naira. Ha. Now, wow, this strategy they want to adopt, well, I think this was the strategy that Soludo wanted to introduce when he was central bank governor under Obasanjo's government, but he was not allowed to do it. And I know that the foreign countries like the US had hand in that project that that they didn't want that to happen because it will mean that US will spend their neck, spend a lot to come and do project in Nigeria. It will affect Nigerians, but it will affect foreign investors more than Nigerians. That is so. Will the US, UK allow this to take place? That's one. Number two, the agenda that these people are producing, they want to do now. If this is the strategy they want to do, removing some zeros from the naira, it is called Naira Re-Denomination. Have they assessed the pros and the cons of doing it to ensure that they identify all the risks associated and put mitigation in place? Because this government is, Nigerian government generally, both past and present, they are very, very good in making some political and economic decisions without understanding the risk exposures and without having mitigation in place as well. And then they begin to do damage control after implementing decisions. I hope this will not be one of that again. So we really need to watch what this will want to do. The new strategic agenda for the Naira was announced by the Central Bank of Nigeria, generating a healthy national debate. Before we undertake a nationwide enlightenment program beginning November 2nd to educate the public on the new policy, it is important to clarify some of the questions that are emerging. Needless to emphasize that to appreciate the full impact of the new policy on the Naira national economy, we need to take the 4-point agenda as a package. As a package, the new agenda will be better anchored inflation expectation, that's one. Strengthen public confidence in the Naira, that's number two. Make for easier conversion to other major currencies, number three. And reverse tendency for currency substitution, number four. Also eliminate higher denomination notes with lower purchasing power. Okay, reduce the cost of production, distribution, and processing of currency. Promote the usage of coins and towards a more efficient pricing and payment systems. Promote the availability of cleaner notes. Deepen the forex market. Also ensure more effective liquidity management and monetary policy. Okay, compatibility of the Naira and hence greater confidence in the national economy and lead to greater inflow of foreign investment, position the Naira to become the reference currency in Africa. This is not English show. Foreign investors will not like this idea. I don't understand. If it is Naira redenomination where you have to remove some zeros, then get ready for international battle. Because it means that you're also devaluing the investment that America and UK already have in Nigeria. So you need to get ready for that, because if America will not put their hand if it's not going to affect them. And if it's going to affect them, they'll put their hand in such a way that it will be of benefit to them and of detriment to Nigerians. So you need to watch it. However, most of the questions so far pertain to only one aspect of the agenda, that is currency redenomination. We have monitored the reactions so far and note that the concerns questions raised so far are similar to the ones raised in all the countries that have undertaken redenomination, including Ghana that is still implementing it now. We clarify some of the concerns as follows. Currency redenomination is the process whereby a new unit of money replaces the old unit with a certain ratio. It is achieved by removing zeros from a currency or moving some decimal points to the left with the aim of correcting perceived misalignment in the currency and pricing structure and enhancing the credibility of the local currency. It is by dropping two zeros from the currency or moving two decimal places to the left, the name of the national currency will still be the Naira. However, during the transition period, the existing Naira will be referred to as the old Naira and the new one to be called the new Naira note. And after the transition period, the word new may be dropped. For example, the following equivalence will be obtained as we redenominate. Oh boy, 50 kobo become half kobo. 1 naira become 1 kobo. 2 naira become 2 kobo. 5 naira become 5 kobo. Oh boy, 10 naira become 10 kobo. 20 naira become 20 kobo. 50 naira become 50 kobo. And 100 naira become 1 naira. 200 naira become 2 naira. 500 naira become 5 naira. 1,000 naira become 10 naira. And 20,000 naira become 20 naira. Oh boy. The new naira coins and notes will be different from the existing ones in design, appearance, security features. All naira assets and liabilities, including banknotes, prices, fees, rents, and contracts, including salaries and wages, will be denominated by dropping two zeros or moving two decimal points to the left. Now, during the transition period, prices will be quoted in both the new Naira and the old Naira, and everyone will choose whether to pay in the new or old Naira. These 5 months will be allowed so that everyone will get familiar with the conversion and it will become self-evident to everyone why he or she would prefer to transact in the new Naira rather than the old Naira. For example, if a bag of gari sells for 2,000 Naira, okay, the price in the new Naira note will be 20 Naira. The customer will choose to pay either 2,000 Naira in the old Naira note or 20 Naira in the new Naira note. In the supermarkets and formal market, pricing will be displayed in both old and the new Naira in the information market, okay, where prices are negotiated. The negotiation could be done in the old Naira or usually as usual and converted into the new Naira if the customer wishes to pay with the new Naira. This will ensure that prices do not rise due to rounding up. The 5 months are also needed for everyone, formal and informal sectors, to become fully familiar with the conversion. It will become obvious to everyone that 50,000 Naira of the old Naira note has the same purchasing power as the 500 Naira of the new Naira note. The question then would be, why carry 50,000 Naira of old Naira notes when 500 of the new Naira note will buy you the same thing? Consequently, if you have 50,000 in your bank account, it will automatically become 500 in the new Naira note. That is if you want to withdraw in the new Naira note, or you can still withdraw 50,000 in the old Naira note during the transition period. Similarly, someone whose monthly salary is 50,000 Naira note can choose during the transition period whether to withdraw and spend 50,000 Naira in the old note or 500 in the new note. Both would buy him or her the same value of goods and services. Example of price equivalence in the new and old Naira note. House rent, 5,000 Naira will become 50 Naira per month. Stock price of companies, assume it is 20 Naira or 8,020 kobo or 80 kobo. Airline tickets, domestic, 12,000 will become 125 Naira. Fuel price, 500 Naira will become 5 Naira. Exchange rate, okay, and to US dollar, assume it is say 125 Naira, that's the exchange rate. 125 Naira or 130 Naira or 100 Naira to $1. 1.25 Naira equals $1. Or 30 naira equals $1 or 1 naira equals $1. This decision has been taken by the CBN by the directive of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to reduce the suffering of Nigerians and also slow down inflation. And if you have the old Naira, start getting ready to switch to new Naira. This message is meant to prepare Nigeria for the changes ahead. It needs to be shared to ensure everyone is well prepared for the new Naira note. Nigerians' renowned hope is coming. Can you imagine? Now, wow. So the question is the pros and the cons. Now, they've not told us the international politics that will be associated with this. Yes, we understand that if you remove 2 zeros or you move 2 decimal places to the left, you can get the same value if they mean what they're saying. But we know that it will have adverse effect on us a bit, but the most effect will be on the foreign investors that are already in Nigeria. It means that they're going to lose 100, they're going to lose 2 zeros to the value of what they have invested. Hey, this is a big war coming because US will not agree, UK will not agree. Nigerian investors like all these oil companies like Exxon, maybe Chevron, what do they call them? Total, okay, Shell, all these foreign companies that are in Nigeria doing business will pack because it means that they will lose everything they have invested. That is what it means, okay? Because this is against the dollar. America will not like it. I'm telling you. And two things will happen. Either the American or foreign business in Nigeria will start packing and leaving to create a very serious economic problem in Nigeria, unemployment and all of that, or the power that be in the world will go back and say, no, that president must go. And then all the secrets of Tinubu in the US and UK and France that Nigeria have been looking for, they will release them immediately to oust him out of power because it means that the decision he's making is going to affect them badly. This Western world, in fact, they are cultists of their own kind. That is it. So the question now is, now has Nigeria really weighed the pros and the cons, not selling it to people for us to buy it now? The question is, have you done your check very well, okay, to understand the risk exposure? It's a big question that we need to answer. There are a few comments here. Somebody say, UCBN criminals calling think of this to help the dying masses during the so-called election, at least one of their political schemes to win the people. Instead, they bankrupted the masses. Most of them died. Women lost their lives pregnant. Now, wow. Pregnant wives cost no money in the bank to pay their health. Now some people they write like this, you go weak. I tell you. But purchasing power will still be the same, except though there is a review increase on the masses earnings. Else, I really don't see that much effect of this policy directly affecting the masses positively. New currency technique, will it work, or the genesis of another monetary crisis in this compassless country? Yes, that's a country without direction. Except the name of the money, Naira, is also changed. This policy is further devaluation of Naira. Same cosmetic solution for the rapidly ailing Naira, just like money and food palliatives for the removal of subsidy on petroleum products. The question is, do we actually need these new Naira notes with same value with the old ones? My response is, since it is not going to strengthen or improve the purchasing power of the Naira of the masses, a capital no. Well, that will be in an utopia society, not sure in Nigeria. Okay. Why the no Kukuma print more notes as Idi Amin Dada of Uganda ordered the central bank governor to do? For nearly a decade now, the CBN has been bringing policies upon policies, no good result because the reality is not CBN policies. Exactly. And that is the next question I wanted to ask. It's not about redenominating your Naira or doing one thing or printing more or changing shape, changing face, changing colors, and doing so many things. The question is, what are you exporting? What are you producing? What is it that will increase the value of your money in the World Bank? Okay, vis-a-vis the dollar, the pounds, the euro, and other world currencies. That is the question. Because in the World Bank or in the International Monetary Fund, where will your Naira be placed? That is the question. And get ready again for foreign battle over this money. That is an area that has not been mentioned, which I know is going to be a very hard politics to play by tomorrow. Thank you for listening.